What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you, man. Welcome back to the channel. I had to jump on real fast. Is ESPN looking for Stephen A's replacement? Is ESPN looking for Stephen A's replacement? Man, I got to tell y'all, it looks like ESPN and Stephen A. Smith, according to all the reports, Stephen A. is looking for 25 mil. ESPN is looking around that 18 mil number. Stephen A. wants to be the highest paid guy in broadcast sports and that kind of thing. And you know what, guys, I ain't even mad at it. But I think what Stephen A. has failed to realize is this: ESPN is looking for different people now. Stephen A. Smith is trying to do what Shannon Sharpe is doing. He's trying to do what Pat McAfee is doing. But yet he wants to be paid more than them. Shannon Sharpe had leverage because he had Club Shay Shay and he had Nightcap. Pat McAfee had leverage because he had the Pat McAfee show on YouTube. Stephen A. is still trying to get there. Now, granted, he has several 100,000 followers, but his followers aren't on social media like that. Stephen A. is known for First Take. Stephen A. is not known for the Stephen A. Smith show on YouTube. And I think that's what ESPN is saying. Hey, look, man, you've tapped out based on just being a First Take guy. You're trying to build your YouTube thing. But at the end of the day, you're known because of us. You're not known because of you. Pat McAfee was known because of Pat McAfee. Shannon Sharpe started building his own brand while he was with Undisputed, which is when he left Skip Bayless. He was worth more than Skip Bayless ever imagined. He's doing more by himself than what he was doing with Skip Bayless. Well, you take away First Take from Stephen A., and I got to tell you guys, he's just not that impactful on YouTube without being on TV from 10 to noon every day. And I think Stephen A. knows this, and I think Stephen A. is trying to get ESPN to pay him. And from the reports I've seen, he's willing to walk away from ESPN. My question is, who's willing to pay him? Because why won't I just pay Shannon Sharpe more? Why wouldn't I pay Pat McAfee more? Hell, why wouldn't I go for Shaq? Why wouldn't I go for Charles Barkley? Why wouldn't I go for some of these people who already have a online presence that Stephen A. is actually trying to build? And y'all know I'm a Stephen A. fan. But I think it's interesting that he wants to be the top paid guy when realistically the media is shifting. I'm one of the old people who still got cable. The problem is I'm not where the market is. Most people are streaming things, right? So if you're Stephen A., you got to have just as much influence on YouTube and on these streaming sites than you have on First Take. And I just don't see it yet. You're not like a Pat McAfee or a Shannon Sharpe, for that matter. You look at a guy like Cam Newton who's trying to build up his YouTube following and that kind of thing. Stephen A., I see you putting in the work, brother. You've done your job. But yesterday's home run don't win today's game, in the famous words of John Maxwell. Guys, I can tell you like this. I don't know where they're going to end up, but I'm thinking that ESPN may let Stephen A. walk, because I'll end with this. I think Stephen A. trying to get into politics is what ruined his ability to max out his pay with ESPN, which is owned by Disney. And he's been trying to backtrack ever since so he could get his negotiations up. But the problem is, guys, Stephen A. is not able to play both sides of the fence. He wants to do the Jimmy Kimmel thing. He wants to do a lot of other things that when he gets to talk on his own, his values don't align with ESPN. And they know it. So do I think they're going to end up around 21, 22 million and that kind of thing? Yeah. You know, because you don't want a prolonged fight of rich people fighting over how much they're going to pay each other. And Stephen A. done had a leverage because Stephen A. is realizing how many people just don't like him. And he's been getting attacked. He's been getting attacked because when it comes time to talk about what the players should get paid, Stephen A. is the first one to talk about what people should be getting paid. And I think ESPN right now has decided that, you know what, we're okay with moving on, because they're bringing on these digital guys who have their own platform, and they're willing to pay that for those people to come over. Stephen A. has been caught trying to build up his digital platform for this negotiation, and I don't think it's going to work as well as he thinks it's going to work. But we'll see, man. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something? Y'all agree Stephen A. should be paid at $25 million, or you think ESPN should let him walk? Let me know what you think in the comment section, man. If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and until next time. We know how.